And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They go to Johnson again. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll drop to throw. Caught right side, Gresham. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Again, it's Johnson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Let's go, Ohio!
Back to throw. It's caught, Nelson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Pistol, here's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here.
Here we go. What? Ohio.
And he motions the wide receiver. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And some strong running. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 2-yard line now, it's first and goal. In motion, the tight end. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So second down, 3 yards to go now. Out of the gun, Watson. And an alley to run. Oh, able to avoid him. Watson so dangerous with his legs in college, and nothing's changed here as he picks up the first. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Watson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And they're going to go soft on the corners. The final shot before the break, Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they start the second half with Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. play clock winding down. They're going to look to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
The play clock's running down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. On 1st down, it's Watson. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Texans.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. Eluding the pressure right. Lets it go for Nelson. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 62 yards. Now a handoff. Johnson. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he's flushed out left, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Brian Cushing able to drop him for a loss of a couple. The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Dawson's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And here comes the Texans now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd down now after the pass completion. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks, right near the 39. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go. Ohio.
Watson on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Flex round. Here we go. Ohio.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Let's go. Ram 38.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Runs over it. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the gun, here's Watson. And finding Fedorowicz. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the seemingly endless drive continues. From the red zone now, Watson. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Williams able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. So the sack on 1st down there by the defense. And now it's 2nd down. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He can run for it, and he will. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go. 1-9.
Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. 1-9.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing,
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. Touchdown, Houston. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
no, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bar.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And some room to roam now. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Throwing now, Watson. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go. 1-9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try to...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Single, slot.
Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcus Golden. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Shane Leckler now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the linebacker, Kareem Martin, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Let's go.
Shift together here from the D-line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there. That one was intended for John Brown. Third down here.
With so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball, and in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Back to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Here we go. Flex round.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield if they don't have it.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
And, partner, you know I'm a big advocate of taking tape measures and just throw them away. I want to know if a guy can flat out play. Well, DeAndre Hopkins is about 6'1", and we're used to the guys who go up and take it one-handed like we just saw there. 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" guy. Way taller than what he's listed, doesn't he?
He